One of the best things you can do to ruin your potential is to keep overloading your brain with dopamine. Your creativity is quietly being killed by an overload of stimulation and an overload of input to your brain. Because we have access to so much information right now, we also have access to so much more art than we've ever had before. And I don't think our brains can handle it, but I do think there's something we can do about it. As a creative, here's what I wish I knew earlier. There are two main things that give our brains the dopamine we constantly crave. One is instant and easy to achieve. The other takes time, but has a much greater reward. If we're not careful, we can waste our lives chasing the short-term sugary one when we should be investing in the long-term option, the one that only comes from doing real, meaningful work. If you're a creative person, this part is for you. When it comes to social media, the more time you spend only absorbing other people's creative work, the less time you spend creating anything yourself. Let me say that again. The more time you spend only absorbing other people's creative work, the less time you spend creating anything yourself. But the more time you spend actually creating, making mistakes, learning, and growing, the more creative you'll become. I'm not saying you don't need to look for inspiration. Obviously, as an artist, you do need to seek out creative inspiration. But the question is, are you confusing entertainment for inspiration? The problem is that doing meaningful work doesn't reward your brain immediately, and your brain is getting used to receiving the reward without doing any of the work. And that's where it gets dangerous. You're getting short-term hits of dopamine from the content you're consuming, but you're not getting the long-term fulfillment that only comes from doing real, meaningful work. So what can we do to actually fix this? The solution isn't to eliminate dopamine, it's to change where you get that dopamine from. The hard part is that your brain doesn't want to change. You have to teach it what to crave. The only way I've found to do that is by starting before I feel ready, because taking action always seems to come before feeling motivated. I found that whenever I take action on a creative idea, the motivation will normally follow. I've seen this again and again, and it's why I keep coming back to this idea. The only way you can truly reset your brain from this dopamine overload is to replace high stimulation habits with healthier habits that will benefit you more in the long term. Go create something, go make a video, go practice an instrument. Do the thing you've been putting off. Because every time you choose meaningful work over effortless stimulation, you're teaching your brain to crave something better. If you keep doing this long enough, you'll start to find more and more satisfaction in your work. And those things that were once awkward and difficult will become rewarding. And trust me, they carry a much deeper reward. See, dopamine isn't a bad thing. It's what motivates us to create, build, and accomplish things. But the question is, where are you getting your dopamine from? You need to train your brain to crave the right kind of dopamine. And to be honest, it's the kind that takes time. The kind that doesn't give an instant reward, but will slowly build you into the person you know you want to become. And as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Russell, and I'll see you next time.